up everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is Madonna. For today's video, I am going to show you how to do eyeshadow. Hopefully these tricks work out for you, especially if you're very new to eyeshadow and you're intimidated by colors like these. If you're new to eyeshadow, this video may be very helpful for you. So if you want to see how I got to this look, please keep watching. Now that we're close, I'm going to show you how I got this eye look on this eye, and along the way give you some tips and tricks on how to blend your eyeshadows and how to make your eyeshadow last. First of all, when you're gonna do eyeshadow, it's common knowledge I think at this point to use a base, but if you don't know that, now you do. You have to have something there that is going to stick the eyeshadows onto your eyelid and kind of give them more of like a boost so that there's more staying power. That way by the end of the night you don't have like eyeshadow that just kind of dispersed and spread out because you don't have anything to hold them. So there are two things that you can do. There is eyeshadow base. This one is from NYX. This is kind of like my go-to. I use this because it works. This is the skin tone color one. It's really inexpensive. Then there's concealer. Now what I've been using is the Revolution Conceal and Defined. This is a really good concealer, by the way. But if you don't have an eyeshadow base, you could always do the concealer. When you're using an eyeshadow base, you do not set this with a powder. I've seen a lot of people do it, and while that still works, like don't get me wrong, their looks still come out very pretty, but when you don't do the powder to set your eyeshadow base, your shadows actually look a lot better. I feel like the point of the eyeshadow base is for your eyeshadow to actually stick onto this and do what it's supposed to do, like make sure it lasts longer and everything. Once you use a translucent powder, it kind of takes away the tackiness, it takes away everything that makes the eyeshadow base an eyeshadow base. However, when using a concealer, concealers are formulated differently than an eyeshadow base. They're different than a foundation. So you don't want your concealer to move essentially when you put it under your eye or anywhere else on your face. You kind of want to do the same for your eyelid. So when using a concealer, then I would set that with a translucent powder to make sure the concealer doesn't move throughout the day, and then go in with your eyeshadow. The lighter the concealer, the brighter the eyeshadow. Keep that in mind when using an eyeshadow base or a concealer. If you want to make sure that that blue pops, or if you want to make sure like that purple is super pigmented, definitely use like a lighter base concealer and it should do the job. For this look today, I actually used the eyeshadow base today. I have several brushes that I'm going to talk about too. I'm just taking a little bit on Morphe M508 brush. It's a flat brush, so it'll just pack it on and do the job. So what you want to do is take enough of the eyeshadow base and make sure you just put it all over the lid. I kind of bring it up to as high as my brow bone. If you feel like you need to tap it out with your fingers, don't mind my broken nails. I take my eyeshadow as far as outside of my eyelid space because I definitely take my shadows far. For this look, I used two palettes. I used the Venus 2 from Lime Crime, and I used the Masquerade palette by Juvia's Place. The first color I'm going to use is really nice blue color. This is called Filter. When you go on with that first shade that you want all over the lid, you go with like a really big fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M521 brush. It's really big and fluffy, so this will make sure I have all of the blue that I want all over the lid. Just dab it on to get the pigment. This is a really light blue color, so I kind of had to go on a little bit. When I want to extend my eyeshadow out this way, I usually kind of just, with the brush, do this. I do these kind of strokes. I'm going to go in with another color to kind of like transition my blue up to my brow bone because I don't like how it's just my color. I like something else there. As you can see, I have a different shade up here. So what I used is from the Venus palette. I'm gonna go in with Mustard and Jam. So when using different shadows, gotta keep in mind of the colors that you're actually using. So for example, blue and yellow makes green. So if you're not careful, you might end up having a green color in the crease or whatever it is. Depending on the shadows that you're using, if you're not careful with the blend, then it just might end up turning into like a muddy color. Keep in mind of color theory and you know what will mix together and what won't. This is the Morphe 562. As you can see, look, it's a very small brush. I'm just gonna go with a very light hand, so I'm gonna actually hold it from the back of the brush. I'm gonna go lightly at the very edge of that blue shade. Okay, so for this look, I actually cut the crease, so I'm going to show you how to do that. It is not that hard. A lot of people find this intimidating, but all you have to do is take a flat brush, get a little bit of product of the concealer that you were using or the eyeshadow base that you were using. You could use that as well to cut the crease. What I do is I just go down first and then start making like that, kind of like a round cut around the crease. And I find that if you go down this way and then keep going, it's easier to define it that way versus just going with the concealer and drawing it on. Another trick that you could do if you don't want your concealer to transfer all the way up, like if that happens to you, just tilt your head back and grab the shade that you're going to use next. So for example, I'm going to use the Masquerade palette. I'm going to go in with this really pretty bright blue right here with this M412. In order to get rid of that harsh line that's right here, just pack it on right on top. And it goes away. And now that that's gone, I'm gonna use my finger and go in with shade Zola from the Masquerade palette. I'm going with this color. It's like a nice teal. So with my finger, and just go over top. And then I'm gonna go in with that dark blue color with my finger as well, and just kind of go over top right here. And it just helps blend those two shades together so that it doesn't look so crazy, like it looks like it went from the teal to the blue. I'm actually gonna go clean this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final look. I just pretty much did my face makeup and my lashes and liner, everything. I hope that this video was helpful for you on how to do eyeshadow. If you need a little bit of help, I hope that, you know, any of the tips that I've given you is something that you can take and practice and use, and hopefully that it steps up your eyeshadow game. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I will be doing more of these type of how-to videos. Also leave a comment in the section below if you would like to see a specific type of video, because then I can definitely know what it is that you may need to learn, something that you may need help in, some advice. I can definitely dedicate a video on that, so just let me know down there. All products I will definitely leave down there below. I know I've said this before and it's so hard to do that, but I'm leaving everything laid out. I am not cleaning up so that I have everything written down, because I would forget what the hell I use. But anyways, I will leave everything down there below. I'll see you guys on the next one.